Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Look at how young we look, man.
I know.
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Hey, you remember when
it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late.
remember RoboCop took his
in the morning.
Yep.
helmet off?
I do.
Don't I look like this?
A little bit. A little bit.
You get you some baby food.
Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also
Murphy.
on the board.
Murphy!
My friends call me Murphy.
Hi, Murphy!
You can call me RoboCop.
And now, let's start the damn show.
Dead or alive, you're coming in me.
Hey now. Welcome, one and all, to the 186th episode of the BLC podcast, the official podcast of Sore Throats. We are proudly broadcasting live from the Palatial EC studios scattered all across the upstate of South Carolina. And you can, of course, catch us on our YouTube, Instant Facebook, Blue Sky, and any of your favorite podcast platforms. And, of course, our website, which is americasfavoritepodcast.com. Now, it's the guy who'll buy that for $1. Fred.
that was Homo Cop.
RoboCop.
You're the one who watches them on those sketchy
Dead or alive.
websites.
Dead or alive, you're coming in me.
Drop it.
Yeah. Drop them.
Can I drop them?
And the man who always gets my jokes, Alan OTB.
Well, welcome back, gentlemen. Welcome back, of course, to our lovely studio audience as well. Thank you for continuing never to cheer for me or Fred. It's okay. It's fine. We accept it. We don't judge. What is it we do? We don't judge and we don't.
We listen. We listen.
We do not judge.
We listen and we don't judge. But fuck that audience because I want them to cheer for me and you, Fred. At least for you. Like I don't need the cheers. I have the cheers in my heart.
I don't need them. Yeah,
it's called AFib, Fred. I have the cheers in my heart. My heart's always rooting me on. Like, hurry up, get going.
Come on,
no,
come on. Faster.
Thankfully, not an issue yet. But hey, so I'm glad you're here, guys. I did, even though we're talking about obviously medical stuff, I do have to let you guys know that tonight's show, and I'm letting you guys know this as well on like the audience and also the co-host.
Right.
Tonight's show is going to be a little different because tonight, Fred, I'm here to tell you about the number one ultimate great, and this is going to revolutionize us, Fred. The ultimate weight loss hack. Okay. So you've seen Bobby Blades and Jimmy Chainsaws and everybody else and Richard Simmons sweating the oldies and eat this diet, don't eat carbs or only eat carbs or don't eat meat or only eat meat. Whatever you're supposed to eat or whatever you're not supposed to eat. I found purely by accident, Fred, the single greatest weight loss hack ever known to man. And that, my friends, is a little trick I call questionable taco truck. So I was driving back home last Thursday from work. I was driving back at lunchtime from a little thing I was doing at work. And I was like, man, I'm starving. And it's like 1:15, 1 o'clock, 1:15. And I was like driving down like if you live here, it's called White Horse Road, but it's like it's like kind of the Latino
Little Mexico
centric side of town.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know that everyone's Mexican. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
That's what it is. I mean, if you in, there's always like little Korea, little Chinatown.
That's
Italy.
They call it
actually. It's little Mexico.
They call it.
Yeah,
they call it Little Mexico.
They.
Yeah.
A man.
Right.
RFK calls it that. So anyway,
I guarantee you 75%.
I guarantee you that don't know numbers that well. So it could have been any number, but I can tell you one thing about it. I can give you the number one, and that is don't stop at the 17th taco truck you pass. Because that's exactly what I did. I was like, la 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 la. driving down the road. It's a big road, a long road. And I was like, I'm going to stop one of these places. And I was like, I should have stopped. Like, I missed one. I was like, damn, that one looked good. Because, they like kind of pop up like taco trucks and stuff like that. They just like, you're like, oh, there's a taco truck. And like, you're already past it.
Yeah.
But I knew that there was a lot of, and I knew there was one specifically like that I had to turn off of White Horse Road. And I knew there was one right beside where I had to turn. So I was like, well, I'll just go down to that one. It's in a very well populated, like a big area. There's a lot of, it's always there. So I was like, that's probably pretty good. They got an A rating.
Pretty good truck.
Yeah. And there are people there, all I got to see is people in front of the place. And I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Acceptable. Around lunchtime, like if there's some, they're crunching up. They're crunched up. It's fine. They're crunched up in there. It's fine. They have less than the human. That's just extra protein bread. But so I was like, all right,
in the thoughts.
I'm gonna get up here and I'm like, oh man, I'm starving. I'm gonna get 3 tacos, right? Because that's how they 3 tacos for $10. What a deal.
3 for $10. Yeah, 3 for $10.
Yeah, and I was like, I can swing that. And of course, I look A rating. I look 3 people in line. So I'm like, cool, we're good to go. Smelled great. Everything was great. And so I said, I would like
checking all the boxes.
I said, I would like 3 of your tacos, please, sir. And he said, ¿Qué? And I said, 3 tacos. And he said, ay, and went to make me 3 tacos. But no, I was like, hey, let me get 3 tacos. Let me get a pork, an asada, carnitas, whatever, and mixto, which is like chicken and veggies mixed together, which is delicious. Right. So I get them, headed back to work, and I'm like, oh man, I'm starving. I'm just gonna pull over and go ahead and eat because I'm just like starving. And I just passed. I didn't eat breakfast because I just had to get going, and so I was like, cool. So like I pulled over and I was like, man, these tacos smell amazing. And I ate them and I was like, man, these tacos are delicious. Like these are 3 great tacos.
So it wasn't like the tacos that Freddie got at Spinks?
No, quite the opposite. The only thing about these tacos that I didn't like is normally when you get street tacos, you get 2 tortillas under them instead of 1. Right. A little extra. But they only had 1, but that's okay because they held up. And as long as they hold up, it's fine. Right. So cilantro and onions, the whole thing. Yeah. And I was like, this is really good. Like, this is really, really good. And I'm 10 minutes from work, barely. So I'm like, cool, yummy, everything's happy. And then I drive to work, and I get back to work, and like maybe 10 minutes after I get to work, so about 20 to 30 minutes after I ate this questionable thing, both of my sides immediately felt like I had run like 10 miles. You know how you get like a stitch in your side? You know how Fred, when you run, if you run too much, you get like a stitch in your side. Yeah. Like, oh, I got to get both sides at the same time.
Both sides.
Actually, I don't want to interrupt you, but I can't remember the last time I had them things on my side. I can't remember the last time I ran.
Me neither. And that's why I was concerned. Because I was like, wait a minute, I don't recall running ever. So why is that? Why is this? Is this a delayed reaction? Am I just now getting the gains from that from 18 years ago when I ran that time? But so I was like, ouch. That's new. Where'd that come from? So that stayed for a few minutes. And then I was like, okay, like maybe it was just some weird, I'm getting older. Maybe it's just some weird thing that happens sometimes, like no big deal. Felt decent otherwise. Okay. So then like the end of my day comes, I've had a few more, like just like kind of little cramps, but nothing like as bad as the first go. So I was like, that's okay. I said, it's probably again, I've had a long day. I've traveled a lot. I'm probably just not feeling good or whatever. And then then I'm driving home, pick up my kid, drive home. And my like bones start feeling sore. How when your bones ache. No, you know what I'm saying? Like before you get the flu, you're like, you feel it in like your joints and stuff, and you're just like, oh, I just don't feel right. And so I was like driving home, and I was like, God, I don't feel right, man. I was like, maybe I'm like my legs were uncomfortable with my pants, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like where you're just like, oh, I just can't. So like I got dude, you know what I'm saying though? Like
is it my legs I feel uncomfortable? My pants.
You never had that?
In my pants.
Yeah, because they're just like, hey, He said something's not right. And I was like, okay,
His pants
are not acceptable.
They're uncomfortable in my pants. You know?
Uncomfortable.
They're like, get the gerbils out of your pants, idiot. So I'm like, okay, I'm driving home, get home, and I'm like, man, I am just not feeling great. And so I was thankfully my wife was able to make dinner, and I did eat a little bit of it because I'm like, maybe I'm just tired. You know, I again, like I said, I'm getting old. Maybe that just driving around all day took it out of me today. So I'm like, okay, go to bed early. Go to bed like 3 hours earlier than I normally do. Because I'm just like, I don't even feel like I don't even feel like sitting up and like staying up. I'm going to bed.
6 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So
sure.
To go to bed, wake up the next morning. I have to take the kids to school. I wake up. I feel like absolute abused buttholes. Like there was no. I woke up and I was like, "Oh fuck me, man! Like what is happening?" And no, that's what's crazy about it is up to then, no tummy troubles. Like up to when I woke up the next day, no tummy, no overnight tummy, anything. Just was like okay, just feeling bad, right? So I get the kids to school, like barely get the kids to school. I'm like. One eye open, like fading out. And I'm like, oh, this is a really bad idea to do this right now. I go to work and like a couple people are talking to me and I can't even like, they're like talking to my face. And I'm like, what? And they're like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't think that I am. So this was Friday. And I was like, listen, I was like, I got to drive home. I got to go home. Like, I just got to go get in bed. I don't know what to do. And so I drove home and like,
so
I literally
you shit your pants.
Well, hold on. This is when it gets exciting. This is where it gets a little more exciting.
Malaria.
And so, yeah.
You got
so I'm
malaria.
like, that's what I'm like, do I have
shout
like...
out my buddy Rick. What up, Rick?
all the malaria kids. So I'm like, okay. So I get home barely. Like I said, I'm fading like hard driving home. And then I was like, I'm just getting in bed. Like I'm getting in bed. You know, I lay in the bed. As soon as I lay down on the bed, it begins. Yes, my stomach roared to me like a fucking dragon coming out of an egg. And it was just like, I was like, I've never heard that. And so, and kids
thinking that devil tongue.
Yeah, I was like, no. So kids, if you're listening at home, kids,
where's that toilet song? That's what we need to play. the AI toilet song.
Yeah, I'll divide it. Alan song. No, we'll do Alan song. The one that says Alan sucks. But so like as soon as I lay down, I'm like, oh no. Run to the bathroom. Thankfully, the bathroom's just feet away, you know. And immediately, and kids at home, sorry for this. I'm gonna try and keep this as not disgusting as I can get it. Brown water. Immediately brown water. Right off the get.
You got the Montezuma's revenge.
And then every hour for the next 24 hours straight.
Like
brown water.
On the dot.
Oh, yeah, almost like
3
to
o'clock.
the button. Like
4 o'clock.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
5 o'clock.
I rolled. So I was like, sleep,
o'clock.
wake up, because I had to shit my pants pretty much. Wake up, go to the bathroom, go back to sleep, back and forth, back and forth. That was all of Friday. Like, so that was like starting at like lunchtime on Friday till about lunchtime on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I was just evacuating. It was the Titanic all over again. Yeah, and I was like, bye. I was like, everybody to the lifeboats. And they're like, there's no time. Straight into the water. So it was a lot of that. And I'm like, women and children first. They're like, we already ate them. So I finally like, Saturday night, I'm like, okay, my head's not pounding. Like my anus is intact. I feel like I'm gonna be a human being again one day. And so I still hadn't eaten anything. I didn't eat anything Friday or Saturday at all. And Saturday night I decided I was like, I'm gonna eat a piece of toast just to make sure.
I got a question.
No,
go ahead.
Well, I was like, just to make sure I'm like, you know, really over this.
Right.
And thankfully, by Sunday afternoon, I ate an egg sandwich and I was feeling a little better.
You went back to the toilet and the toast came out whole.
And the toast, yeah, it was just like ding. I heard a ding, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, wow, still got the butter on it too.
No, so you said you got 3 tacos. Which one you think got you? Like,
I think so. Well, so here's what's interesting.
The asada.
Well, see, this is where so the meat was delicious, and that was the problem, and that's why I'm sitting here like racking my mind. Like, was it the meat? Was it the turkey? What could have done this to me? And then my sister, who lives in California, who eats a lot of street related things, she was like, "Did you get cilantro and onions?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "That's what gets you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "In out west, I never get cilantro and onions because they get their hands in and out of the cilantro and onions all day long, and those things can sit out for 2-3 days unrefrigerated. They don't test that stuff." So she's like, "That's what every time I ever get sick, it's because of the cilantro and onions." She's like, "As soon as I quit getting those on there, never got sick again off tacos." And I was like, "Damn, I bet that is what it was."
Cilantro and onions.
Yeah, usually I don't get it on there because I get the double meat.
Yeah, no, the meat was delicious. Like I said, honestly, the tacos were like top tier tacos, but I can't forgive them for the cilantro and onions that tried to kill me. So all in all, by Sunday evening, I was like, I am feeling good enough. I'm starving. I am like starving now.
I'm going to a taco truck.
Which
you go back to the tacos?
No, not exactly. I was gonna say, would you care to guess what we had for dinner Sunday?
Taco Bell.
No, I was actually craving Moe's, and so we got a big a family taco platter from Moe's, and it took me till halfway through to realize I'm like, oh, I'm probably doing a bad idea again. But thankfully, Moe's was delicious. No anal issues for that, thank goodness. But all tallied all together through the weekend from Thursday to Monday morning when I weighed myself, I was like, holy shit, I dropped 8 pounds this weekend.
Damn.
That's what happens when you don't eat and you evacuate everything you've ever eaten in your life.
What's the name of that taco truck?
Yeah. It's called weight loss syndrome.
Which one is it? Is it the pink one?
No, it just says taco. Like, it doesn't even, that's the thing about it. Like, if you can find a great taco truck, Fred, somewhere, and someone's like, what was the name of that truck? You're like, I don't know. It's called Taco. It just says taco on it.
Yeah, the one I go to, I don't know what the name of it, but it's the red truck. Everybody know what you're talking about when you talk about the red.
Yeah, like it's the red one over there. They're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a red. Because there's a blue one, but I ain't never fuck with the blue one because they don't take divots. They don't take
black one is the black one is the better one.
This is the biggest one.
Yeah, it's the largest one too. Yes,
by far. By far. They sell a lot of burritos out of that one. They call them They call them BBC burritos. So, but yeah, so back all in all.
The order of churro.
Yeah,
the order of churro.
Yeah,
is that what you think?
Sure, yeah, churro ain't what you think it is in the States, guys. So, yeah, all in all, terrifically bad experience. 4 out of 10. Don't recommend. However, that being said, like you said, the app, my app that I do to track my weight was real happy with me.
Oh,
it was like, hey, and it like shot like a firework out.
So would you go back to it and just not do the onions and cilantro?
Well, so that's what I'm like. So now I'm thinking like, do I go like on Friday afternoon, every Friday afternoon? Like I can eat whatever I want during the week, right? And then on Friday afternoon, I go get a couple of tacos. And that's it for the weekend. And like, I know that I'm crashed out.
Yeah, you lay down, you sick. Your wife's got to take care of the kids. Yeah,
everybody wins. Know? I lose weight. Everybody wins. And I get some delicious tacos that I know are going to kill me. And that's okay. See, that's the thing now as I think about that. And I'm like, if I went back, first of all, no, I would not get cilantro and onions, probably. But even if I did, even if I went back just knowing now, would I even like, could I go back and eat it again? I don't know.
I don't think I could. Yeah.
I don't.
I get sick on something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of it, man. Like Cracker Barrel.
You know, it's done.
I remember. Yeah. I think I was.
Cilantro is fucking terrible.
Cilantro is not as good as it make it out to be.
Right.
But, so when I was 6, I ate what do you call it? One of those chicken and biscuit. Wow, what the fuck is it called? Chicken and dumplings. Yeah, which is a southern staple at Cracker Barrel. and I got sick as hell. And so I didn't eat Cracker Barrel for like 16 years because I was like, I'm not fucking with that. Like, and then I went to work there for 2 minutes, and I was like, I'm definitely not eating here anymore.
They sell beer now.
They should.
They sell beer now.
That's good. They sell beer.
Well, Fred,
you get beer with your pancakes.
I think I can get a beer with a Cracker Barrel.
You get beer with your pancakes.
I feel like they
pancake breakfast and some beer.
Y'all want to go to Cracker Barrel and watch the game?
Have a couple. And we can go shopping. You get drunk shop.
You get drunk and then you can sit in the rocking chairs and just pass
I feel
out.
like you would. I feel like you would like
play checkers.
Yeah, like till you're done.
You're
still in front of the fireplace.
And shit.
Drunk and shit at Appleback Cracker Barrel.
Like, hey, help me get one of these size off the wall. I want to fuck with it.
I'm gonna take this break.
Yeah, like, look at this picture of this whole lady. She's hot. That lady is 150 years old. He's like, I'm into it. I'm gonna take
That's
it.
my great grandmama. How they get that picture?
I'm into it. I love her.
My grandma's pictures back.
Hey, I feel like I do feel like that's one of those places. If you went to Cracker Barrel and you're like, I'd like a beer.
Yeah.
It would be like, honey, is everything okay with you? Like, are you okay? Is your life okay? And I'm like,
either that or it should be like, I understand completely. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be like, oh, I'm gonna crack one for myself too. I'm like, we'll drink together. We'll get drunk together. They should put a bar in there. Imagine if they put a bar in there. It was like an old timey saloon bar, though.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome, man.
It would be.
If you're gonna do a bar, it would have to be like an old timey.
You have that automatic piano playing.
Yeah, dude, I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Actually, I like Cracker
That's a great idea, man.
Let's do it.
An old saloon, like but
it
can't be big. I mean, it's gotta be little, like literally little, like a real saloon, you know?
Right.
Can't have it.
And they'll call it Barrel of Crackers. And that'll be because only white people will go.
No, the bunghole. We call it the bunghole on the barrel.
Crackers
the plug on the barrel.
It's a bunghole. That's right. The crack. Yeah, I learned that on the podcast.
True. Thankfully, we taught somebody something now. Look at that. Well, guys, so I know, like I said, I'm finally feeling better. Back in the game. Back ready to attack life. Take life by the horns. Experience the world.
There you go.
Do everything under the God's green sun that I can, and then do it again. So, Fred, that led me. So while I was out, I will admit, while I was out laying out, I had the TV on, and when you're sick like that, and you kind of have fever dreams and stuff like that sometimes. And so I'm like having these fever dreams, and it was like about Chinese food, and like not that I wanted Chinese food, it was just about Chinese food. But then I realized
food, man.
But no. But then I realized why, because my brain flipped it on me. No, hold on, just stay with me. Okay, so my brain
visions of drumsticks were dancing in his head.
Once I got back to like somewhat conscious, like I realized it's not Chinese food. My brain is misunderstanding these commercials that kept coming on like every 4 seconds for Shen Yun.
Yeah.
You know what Shen Yun is?
No.
You haven't seen the commercials for Shen Yun?
Chinese food?
It's the Chinese like dance thing that comes through every now and again. Shen Yun.
Chinese
ShenYun.
Is that the
what channel you be watching?
The dance company?
YouTube. Yeah, it's the day where they're like experience the favors.
Oh yeah, they're going to be in Spartanburg, I think it is, right?
Exactly. There it is. See,
yes. Okay, now I got you. Yes.
So when I finally came back to the world, I was like,
I didn't know what the fucking name.
I didn't know the name of it, but I know they.
I didn't either. I thought it was a food.
Yeah.
I was like, is that noodles? And they're like, nah, dude, it's a dance thing. I really could have gone for some noodles. But so I was like, man. Like I keep seeing this over and over and over while I'm laid up, and I'm like, man, should I go? Like, I kind of want to go see this now. So I was like, thinking about it, and I was like, I should look it up and see if it's like a good show, or see like what's going on. Like if it's worth the money to go see this, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody on the internet knows this already, but I am now aware that apparently this is a cult. Apparently, Shen Yun is run by a cult. Yes,
it's run by the CCP.
So here, I'll explain to you. So no, it's such a cult that it was banned by China. CCP was like, no. What? So Shen Yun is not an authentic Chinese art show, according to China's embassy. But a
bunch of white people dressed up in yellow.
Right?
Like a South Park episode.
That's what it is, yeah. Just like all painted yellow. So Shen Yun is not an authentic Chinese art show, but a performance sponsored by the Falun Gong, a cult banned by the Chinese government since July of 1999. So, like many other cults in the world, Falun Gong has the nature of being anti-humankind, anti-science, and anti-society. So not a big fan. However, one of the most notorious claims of Falun Gong is that the doomsday is coming and human beings will be extinct soon, and that modern science can do nothing to prevent it. Only Falun Gong can prevent it.
So when they're dancing out there, they're basically the lyrics are them. It's the end of the world kind of.
So here's the trick. So here's how they trick you. Right? Is apparently the show is 2 hours. Right? So the first hour is all these people dancing, and then the second hour is like a church service by this dude. Yeah, and he's telling everybody
it's like a timeshare.
Yeah, apparently he's like telling everybody how the world's gonna end. And how demons are doing this, all this shit. And so the whole second half, the first half was kind of cool, but the second half was all this fucking Chinese dude just yelling at us about how the world's ending. And like how we have to join the Falun Gong to like become, to be able to save ourselves from the end of the world.
That's insane.
And I was like, oh shit. Like, I guess I shouldn't have gone that. So I didn't go.
No, you didn't go. Okay,
but I thought about it, and then
I saw the commercial for it. I know what you're talking about.
And then they're like, "It's the experience, the real time of China."
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese secrets. And you're like, oh. And then they're like, "Oh, dancing women." And I'm like, and they're like 1 hour of preaching, and I'm like, oh. There it goes. You lost me.
Man.
Sorry, guys.
Come on, man.
I do wonder how much Arshin. Let me look and see it because I didn't get. After I looked that up, I was like, man, I'm not going to this. But so let me ask you a question. Assuming the first half of the show is really good, I'm going to look it up right now. What would you pay?
Join?
Yeah. No. I'm not saying you would join. No, I don't think any amount of dancing is ever going to make me join the cult. I don't
join.
Well, it'd be equivalent to the
dancing
river
is
dance
just too good.
The river dance guys, the guys that remember they do the Irish people. I even did the fingers when they were the dancing.
River dance wasn't a cult.
River dance. No, but it was basically the same thing. It was like it was a dance performance.
And if that couldn't tempt me, Fred, then a bunch of Asian people running around in flowing gowns is not going to tempt me. And that was the other thing they said. They said, you think because of the commercial, it shows people flying around, all this shit, like exciting. Yeah. And they're like, no, it's just dance. They just come out and dance on the stage. It's not even like a whole fucking thing. So, okay, so let's go. Okay, so we're going to assume that you don't want to go see the prime time show, right? Because, let's be honest. We feel like our cults.
Damn, they got more than one show?
Oh, they're there for a week.
More than one show.
They're for a week. Yeah. So, Fred.
They can't be selling that many tickets, man.
There are 6 tickets left for Shen Yun.
Dang, I'd say
right now.
$55.
Any number of tickets.
No way.
There are not that many tickets left. So, for general admission, which
that
doesn't
be like corporate expenses. They just like giving them out for
I don't know, man. It doesn't say where general admission
Christmas presents. A shitty show.
So they have 2 sets. You can either do general admission or you can do balcony. The balcony is $423 a ticket for Shen Yun on Tuesday. This is on a Tuesday.
There's
and
no way.
General admission is $43, and that's not including any kind of fees. So you're probably like $70 for like $500.
There's no way. I do not believe they're selling that. That's a front.
You think that? Well, no. I mean, we already know it's a front. We just literally just went through that.
Yeah,
that it's a front, but
they probably have a fan base that follows them wherever they go. Because if they're a cult,
those are pop.
I'm telling you, man. They're. What's crazy is I'm looking now. They're all over the world right now. So they have one in Spartanburg.
So they have more than one.
They have one in San Luis Obispo right now. So on the West Coast, one in Prague, one in New Jersey, one in I don't know where this is somewhere Spanish, one in Paris, one in the Czech Republic. They're like all over the place.
That's a drug. That's a drug operation.
It's a cult.
It could be, yeah. It could be
it's a stage performance,
right,
in front of a cult, in front of a drug operation.
Yeah, sounds like a
allegedly.
Good show.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go.
Allegedly. I mean,
what if we became the official podcast of the Falun Gong, and we could get Jimmy Falun Gong to come on.
Jimmy Falun Gong.
Jimmy Falun Gong.
Okay, now your host, Jimmy Falun Gong.
That's how I decided to train Batman.
I'll just wait until Dave Chappelle becomes Pope.
There you go. If only. So there. So I'm not going then, I guess. I was thinking that too. I was thinking like $30 a pop. Like,
isn't that the Spartanburg Auditorium?
Memorial? Yeah, Memorial Auditorium. Yeah.
That old ass place, man.
Old as hell.
There's no way, man.
It's from ancient China. That's why they're there.
Auditorium? I thought they did some remodeling to the auditorium.
They may have. Who knows? It's still smart.
Did they? I don't know. But last time I was there, which
you can only polish church so much.
Like, it was
that one next to Krispy Kreme.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. It looked like when I was in there. It looked like if you seen a biopic from a singer from the 50s.
Yeah, exactly like that.
And they're on that stage in that auditorium. That's
like, this is where Buddy Holly played.
Yeah. Buddy Holly stood right here.
Yep, I could tell. All right, well, hey, let's take a quick break, and we will be back with so much more of this show.
Buddy Holly.
That's the man. Which is not a Buddy Holly song. That's okay.
All right.
Welcome back to the 186th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. I accidentally hit mute, which is not what you're supposed to do. So, Fred, we're back. We're better than ever. Thank you, of course, to all of our listeners and friends for being here. Thank you for Steve. He hates cilantro and he hates winter or loves winter. I don't know. He's from New York. He's from New York. He lives in Orlando.
Hey, yo, I'm from New York.
I think it's already obvious he hates winter. So, why else would you live in Florida? Right?
I would, yeah.
You would live in Florida? You're a Florida guy?
Yeah, I live in Florida. I live in
Florida. No state tax.
I live like
northern Florida.
I'd rather live northeastern Florida.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. All right.
Right.
Like Jacksonville?
Like in the Gulf of America side?
No, that's
more north. Near the border.
I don't think there is anything more north than Jacksonville. Isn't Jacksonville like right after you cross
Jacksonville
the
is there, right? The Savannah.
Right there.
Yeah, so it's
Savannah, and then you go down the coast and there's Jacksonville. Yeah. Anyway, you can live there all you want, Fred, and we'll still probably try to.
I want to live in Savannahville.
Savannah, Georgia. We're broadcasting now. I can't do it. I can't even talk.
Jack Santa.
Sorry. What you said, Jack Santa?
Tripping grits. There
you go. So, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, obviously. And you don't know what the fuck we're doing either. But now you're about to find out. Because what are we doing, Alan? That's right. It's our brand new segment where Alan actually has to participate. That's right. It's Circle Jerk News.
Circle Jerk News.
Get in here, Alan.
Oh, I thought he had a thing.
I thought I had a thing too, but it's not here.
And he doesn't.
That's
okay.
It went into a daisy chain.
Well, you know what? Daisy chain your way to the first story, Alan, because I'm going to let you take this baby, pop this baby's cherry.
All right.
This segment.
Do you guys realize that there's a window cleaning world championship?
No, I did not. Window like glass cleaning?
Like glass cleaning world championship. They actually call it the window cleaning Olympics.
No.
Yeah, there's a windows cleaning Olympics, and it's the Olympics, and then they have the World Cup.
Okay, so this is it's like a league then. It's like a thing.
Yeah, it's a league. And basically what they have, they set up these windows, and these guys go out there and try to clean windows.
Do they? Okay, but here's my question.
Like,
are the windows dirty or not beforehand? Because I think that's a big part of it.
I think the windows are dirty. I mean, I don't know if the windows are dirty, but
I mean, who would you want to be the guy who's like the dirtier?
Well, no, I think the windows would be dirty because they judge by how the window looks clean.
Cleaning a clean window is pointless.
Yeah.
So is this like on the skyscraper with the big?
No. They have like windows set up like they
like the scaffolding.
Oh, so like a house window. Or maybe like a
it's like a business window, like a Main Street window,
like a business window. Yeah.
Or like a door, like a glass door kind of thing.
Yeah, they set up windows and they set them up, and I mean they just go at it.
It's all about speed,
and it's all about speed. Yes. The world record is 9 seconds.
9 seconds to clean a window. I feel like
9 seconds to clean a window.
I can clean a window in less.
Terry Turbo.
That's really his name?
Terry.
He's actually Terry Burrows, but he calls himself Terry Turbo. He's 69 years old.
Alan, I have a job.
69 years old.
Yeah.
69.
And that is to get Terry Turbo on this motherfucking show.
Yeah.
You do it, Alan. You do it. Go find him.
We can get
probably talks like.
Oh, imagine if he does. If he's like, if he's like, it was like a quick draw McGraw. Like,
he's from London. He's British.
Hello, governor.
Oh,
they got to clean a 45 inch by 45 by 45 window.
Like this.
Wow.
45 inch by 45 inch.
45.
Yes. He cleaned a 45 by 45 in 9 seconds.
That's a pretty good
3 feet, 3 by 3.
That's almost 4 by 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're 4 by 4.
Almost 4 by 4.
Let's do it. You know, Windows. Who's counting Windows? Yeah, that's what they do. So they like do like a rave dance.
Yeah.
Ravers from the 90s have a distinct advantage in this competition, Fred.
Yep. Yeah. He's got a challenger for him is it's called the French Massive, as Fox puts it. He says the French Massive guy saying that Terry Turbo cheated.
Oh shit.
Because nobody can do it in less than 11 seconds.
Oh. Well, yeah, but who judged it? Do they have a video of it? I need to know.
Yes, they have well,
let's get Terry Turbo and Frenchie Magoo on the show to battle it out once and for all.
Yeah, they said it was quote, it was very controversial. I told them the windows weren't right, and they weren't. So I got through the finals, and they decided to disqualify me, and they said I wasn't doing it right. So they disqualified Terry Turbo.
They disqualified Turbo.
See, so we can get. Oh, okay.
So now he's going for the World Cup, and
Turbo
for his revenge.
Yes, for his revenge. It's the British versus the French.
Which side
the British guy gonna take a crowbar to the French dude's elbows.
Yeah, well, the French dude is 56 years old. The British guy is 69.
He's 56.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the British guy because he's 69.
Right, fair. And Terry Turbo's the British.
Yeah. Terry Turbo is the British guy. Yep.
Imagine this. Imagine this sport. I mean, I guess it's a sport, technical competition. Imagine this competition taking off, Fred, and all of a sudden you're like just walking around downtown, just hanging out, walking near buildings, and you see rogue people just battling it out to clean these windows as fast as they can. Just talking all this shit about how slow the other guy is at cleaning windows and how he's leaving fucking streak marks and shit. And they're like, forgot to sharpen your squeegee, bro.
If you're training for a marathon, you got to running down the street.
Yeah, well, you imagine Terry Turbo's at the McDonald's
on the windows. He's clean the same window 30 times.
Well, like one of them, the cars that come, the guys that do the card thing.
Oh yeah,
out there.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. You take it. You said any tips, send me to nationals.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more, but they used to. They used to do that shit all the time. Man.
He does a car wash, he does it. He does a charity car wash, just him, and he's out there because he can clean it so fast.
Right? Yeah.
He knocks out their windows in 10 seconds, and then he's like, "Hook me up."
Yeah. I'm out of here.
I love Terry Turbo.
Keep it moving. Next car. Come on. Next car.
So. All right, so next story,
Fred,
since Alan got his out, do you want to do it or you want me to do it?
Yeah, let me do it because I'm on the same I'm kind of on the same plane as Alan, because there's another sport, new sport that's coming into the arena. Back in LA, there's this 17-year-old kid, the student from the Bay Area, who launched a competition to raise awareness on men's health and fertility. Would you like to guess?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of competition this is?
I think I heard something about this. I did not watch it. I did try the home version.
Sperm race. Yeah, you watched it. You watched it.
I did the home version, Fred.
Yes.
It's the first of its kind sperm race. Well, this guy, he got
the fucking victory lap.
17-year-old kid. I am
gobsmacked.
So okay, he's got to be Asian or his parents probably rich. That's what it was. He raised $1 million to get this thing backed up, and he got two.
Shit. He shot a shot.
I think they were 18, 19-year-old college kids, one from USC.
Yeah, I saw it was like a rivalry, UCLA versus USC thing.
Yeah, USC versus UCLA. And they were taking bets on this shit.
Of course.
I think the spread on it was spread. Or the amount was over $300,000 they had took in bets on.
They had $300,000.
I'm like, this is
wagers on it. Damn.
Yeah, I was like, this.
How could you even judge that?
Well, they had the microscope.
Like
I saw they had
the
like
microscope.
I saw it was like a race. There
was
was
a race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the stragglers that stayed behind. The ones that were like,
the course was supposed. I did not watch any of it. I just heard about it.
No, I saw the loop.
Yeah, they had it. They show them like running, and then they show them like as they run faster, you can see the stragglers just like,
yeah.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
So I thought,
so fucking crazy.
It's really weird, but I thought like the only reason I didn't tune into it, but the only reason I even looked anything up about it because I was like, do the dudes have to like produce their racers right there, like on the field?
No, it said that they had they gave it to them before the competition.
How long
that would be? I think
that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought when I hear sperm, I think like those two dudes are gonna have to stare each other in the eyes and jerk it until one of them wins the race.
A skeet off.
But see, that's the thing. It would be extra cool if they like that's the competition. That's the challenge. Is you have to stare another man in the eye.
So you didn't watch none of it? You didn't watch the victory
I saw the loop,
celebration?
And that was all I was like, I'm good.
The victory celebration?
No.
He did.
Let me see if I can find it. I can't explain it. Well,
he didn't take a victory lap. He took a victory fap.
Oh, there you go.
It was close to that. Basically, he was like in there jumping. He was like in a shower thing jumping, and suddenly all this white shit just got all over him.
Oh, gross.
Oh no!
Like milk, I guess it was.
Exactly what I would expect. No, it's probably like the other competitors' entries. Well, are they going to do it again? Do you know if they have any intention of doing it again anytime soon?
Yeah, they'll do it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they would. I mean, it raised money.
In about 2 hours.
It made money. Yeah. In about 2 hours.
The competitors are like, give me about 2 hours. We'll do it. 5 minutes. Let me get a game.
Them dudes, yo. They're like, let's go again.
Right back. Right back in. Well, there you go. So, Fred, I have a story for us, and I'm going to read it to you right now. Fred, have you ever watched The Simpsons?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, there was a very popular storyline in The Simpsons that once again is coming true. So, Fred, the UK government is set to give the go-ahead for scientists to experiment how they can dim the sun. That's right. Just like Monty Burns did. So as much as 50 million pounds is expected to be spent on experiments and analysis on different ways that they can try to dim the sun to stop global warming.
Yeah, Bill Gates is all about that.
Yeah, so they're saying the methods could involve. So right now it's all up in the air. Right now they're saying, like, what do you got? What can you come up with? A big one that apparently is gaining traction is spraying aerosolized particles high into the stratosphere to deflect a small fraction of the sun's energy away from Earth, which they said would maybe be the cheapest way to cool Earth. And then the other one would be brightening clouds to reflect sunshine. But I mean, you can't brighten. So
fucking with Mother Nature, man. That's why Mars is barren now.
That's right.
That is why Mars is barren now, because they fucked it up.
They had it all. They had it all.
Years ago, they fucked it up.
A gravy train with biscuit.
Bring their ass down here. Yep.
Well,
now where we gonna go?
Went out and took it off the.
Go back to Lawrence.
Go back to Lawrence. All the Martians. So, like I said, another method they're looking at is brightening clouds to reflect the sunshine back at the sun. However, experts are saying that is stupid because they're like, dude, this could potentially cause catastrophic disruptions in the weather. You can't brighten clouds, Fred.
Brighten clouds.
I feel like
man.
I feel like 8-year-olds are the ones who like wrote this paper with AI and got the 50 mil, and they're not going to do anything with it.
No, they got bite all
One
the
of them was like,
candy
"We
toys.
gonna make the clouds brighter," and then the other one was like, "Just spray into air." And they're like, "Here's $50 million or 50 million pounds."
Thank you.
They're like, "Okay, we're gonna solve the world. We figured it out. Every night the sun goes away, and then it's not as hot. So we kind of already did it. And now 50 million.
Yeah.
Like, we're halfway to our goal."
Oh my god.
All right. What you got, Alan? Alan's got another story.
All right, I got another story.
Fire.
Have you ever thought about
Climbing.
climbing like a mountain or like Mount Fuji or something like that?
I think about it constantly.
You know. So a man in Japan climbed Mount Fuji, got up there, realized I can't get down. I'm in trouble. Oh, so he got
great trouble.
He had to get the authorities to come and spend thousands of dollars to airlift him and get him back down. And 2 days later, he did it again.
Come on. Oh, y'all have to stay up there.
Yeah, that second one, you're like,
Stayed
"Yep,
up there this time.
fool me once, bro."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like did he get down? Did he have to call him again to get?
He had to call him again. And not only that, he wasn't Japanese. He was a Chinese student. He was a Chinese student in Japan.
As long as he's not a white guy, that one's not on us. I thought that one was going to be on us.
He's not one of our own.
Because it sounded like it.
No. We probably encouraged him to do it.
It just sounds like one of our, oh, that's some American thought he could climb Mount Fuji 10 days in a row for YouTube or whatever, fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Yep. He said the first time he went up, he got up there and he couldn't do it. Called the airlift. They got him up there, brought him back down.
Yeah.
3 days later, he tried to go up there, and another climber found him and had to call the authorities to come and get him.
Oh,
dude, come on.
No. I'd have just rolled it down the hill.
Yeah, I'd have been like,
he'd
sorry,
made a big snowball. He'd have been protected.
Well,
he'd have been protected. Like,
the other climber was fine because the other climber was ready.
Why wasn't he just like follow us?
Fuck that. I don't.
Like,
yeah.
Did he just go up there with like a t-shirt and a granola bar or what?
I mean, really, what? I mean, I understand people like to do that. I ain't gonna climb no mountain.
Yeah.
No, of course not. Because I'm not that guy. I'm not that mountain climbing guy.
So if I'm not that guy, why am I going to try to do it and fail the first time?
If there's
3 days later
rolling down, I'm your man.
Yeah. If it's rolling down,
if there's a hill you need rolling down, Fred, or a hole in your yard where you're like, wish I could find something to put in that hole, I got you.
Yeah,
I can go in that hole.
I get it up.
No, I'll be right there, or I'll roll right down that hill and flatten out that land for you. Grading, I can do it. Land clearing and grading is what I do on my spare time. Personal land grading. All right, Fred, you got another one for us?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
So do you remember, I think it's back in the 90s when that guy Mark Morrison came out with the song Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Well,
oh my God.
Mr. Morrison, aka Rick King, is in some hot water. He says he got into an altercation with a male employee at the Le Bar et Vin.
Oh my God.
The name of the bar.
Oh, okay, it's the name of the bar. I was like, I thought it was a place in France.
I assumed it was a French place too. Is it a French place?
It doesn't say.
No.
It's probably a strip club. It's a strip. It's a gentleman. No, it's a gentleman's club.
That sounds like a very high end.
A gentleman's club, but they said it was a male employee, so I don't know.
Well, you don't know
Mr. Morrison is fully cooperating with the authorities.
Florida,
police. Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Police asked him why. They asked Mr. Morrison why did he slap the man And he said he lied to me.
When I told you that I loved you. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. There you go. Well, I'm glad.
The ex Mr. Morrison, do you regret your actions? He said, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got one more for you, Fred. That was pretty good, though. So, Fred, this is from our dear friends at Local 12 in Lufkin, Texas.
All right.
Fred, a man allegedly hid marijuana Easter eggs all across the city of Lufkin and posted clues to find them on social media. That's right. This is a true hero, Fred. Police said they're searching for a man who allegedly hid plastic Easter eggs across the city containing marijuana, then posted clues on how to find them on his social media. According to a press release, officers received a tip about a Facebook account that was posting about plastic eggs full of weed hidden all over the parks in the city as part of an Easter scavenger hunt. I think this is great. First of all, before I go any further, this is what builds morale in a community.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You send them out like, yeah, okay, we're gonna just go do an Easter egg hunt where all your kids get nothing. Or you can be like, hey, stoners, because there's nothing that'll, that's a reason to go. Like, if you're a stoner, you're like, I'm in.
In all honesty, he probably wanted to leave eggs, but they were too fucking expensive. So he's just
cheaper
like,
to leave weed, yeah. No, cheaper than eggs. So the suspect posted 4 videos on photos on Facebook showing each location as hints to locate the eggs. He also posted a photo of 5 plastic eggs in the seat of a vehicle. Officers found 4 and believe that he has not yet placed the 5th as of this. So officers learned they were incorrect in their assumption when a man and his granddaughter turned in the final egg to the department the next day, empty. Having also found it in the park for their release. In total, the officers, you want to guess how much weed was in all 5 eggs?
Probably like
less than an ounce.
Less than a gram.
Yeah, a quarter total. A quarter of an ounce of marijuana.
A quarter sack. Oh, come on.
So,
and the old man and the kid came in, dropped off the eggs, and went to the Waffle House because they were hungry.
They were stoned. Well, and so
bloodshot eyes.
Yeah. Like, we found this egg, man. A little part.
Said you guys were looking for eggs, man.
Yeah, man. You guys want some eggs?
That's a good thing to do, man.
Right.
So it wasn't like he was hiding. He was hiding pounds.
Heroin. That guy was a true American hero.
Well, investors, let's give this hero a name. Man. Investors identified Avante Nicholson as the suspect behind the scavenger hunt by combing through his Facebook account, the release said. They also found this is where he got in trouble. They also, other than the other thing, they also found statements referencing selling narcotics on multiple occasions. And in the post, he states whoever shopped with him the day of the scavenger hunt would get hints to the location of the eggs, the department wrote in their release. So, unfortunately, police have not yet been able to find Mr. Nicholson because he is hidden in an egg somewhere in the park, I guess.
That's stupid. They're taking resources for a guy that wanted to share a quarter ounce of weed.
Yeah, and he looks like
there's totally criminals out there, and they're worried about.
Dude, they got their priorities, right? Here, let me show you Mr. Nicholson or whatever his name. What was his name? I forgot. Nicholson, Mr. Avante Nicholson. Here he is on the screen, Alan. And there's one of his little Easter eggs. I think that's great. He seems like a great guy.
That looks like good weed too.
That looks like decent weed for an Easter egg hunt.
Right. I'd smoke it.
I mean, yeah.
I'd smoke it.
The Easter Bunny finally did what an Easter Bunny is supposed to do. Because that's what happened back in the day. Yeah, the Easter Bunny was supposed to bring you like shit for like new growth and bugs and whatever shit.
Right.
So
yeah, it wasn't supposed to bring you stuff to get fat and have heart condition.
Right.
Supposed to be something good.
Right. So there you go, Fred. All in all, what a fucking terrible Easter for that guy. And what a terrible Easter for us, because I would have loved to have participated in that scavenger. I do feel like that's the only thing. I'm like, who were the people who didn't get? How did the cops get to these first? In Texas.
I'm telling
Lufkin,
you, man,
Texas.
Texas
is a lawless state, except for all the laws.
Yeah, if it had happened in Austin, it would have been fine.
Well, I just want to know, like, did no one go for these, or were they just like they couldn't figure it out and the cops figured them out? Like, in my opinion, these should have never gotten confiscated. They should have never had time to get them.
No.
You know, and there were 100 murders that day.
No, and the thing is,
Thankfully, they found 4 eggs.
Johnson,
The
go out and
cops-
find those eggs.
You know, was it Guzgalski or what was his name?
Oh, yeah, was it Kalowski? Pulaski, maybe?
No.
You know, I mean,
Was they walk out? Wiskowski?
I can't remember who it
Well,
was.
I think it was like
Yeah, it was funny.
Pulaski.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, something like that.
how'd the cops figure it out before? Like,
That's what I'm saying. They're probably
probably the people that knew about it were stoners and they got high and are like, "Oh,
That's
yeah,
terrible.
I'd have been like, I'm gonna go find these fucking eggs, but then they're like, oh, but I gotta get out of the house
Yeah.
and go to the park where it's sunny.
Shit's all across town.
Yeah, he should have hit it at the fucking
park,
McDonald's, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Probably
the
that's
Whataburger.
that's probably the issue that they had was he left them in the park
Right.
for the kids. You know, that's
Yeah.
probably the issue. You know, if he had left them in, you know, QT.
Yeah.
Right. A
In front of the
Buc-ee's,
liquor store.
Yeah. See, there you go. Put it in a liquor store.
Yeah, they
That's
probably
fine.
would have been
Put it in front of the
like,
liquor store.
So, Alan, do you remember
Yeah.
your jobs for next week?
my jobs for next week.
Yeah, or for the future, the near future?
I think I got to go to out of town next.
Nope. Terry Turbo.
Oh yeah, Terry Turbo. Yes.
And I also want you to
Turbo.
get Avante Nicholson on the show.
Turbo time.
How am I going to find him?
Just, I don't know, tweet him.
It's
Yeah,
turbo time.
It's British.
Turbo time.
Each
He's
turbo
British.
time, mate.
It's got boomerangs on his arms, and he found him a backpack. And he got a sidekick named Brewster. It's turbo time.
Terry Turbo.
I bet you that guy cusses like a motherfucker too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably does.
He's like, that fucking French man
Hey,
disqualified me.
Fucking wash out his windows.
That's right. Oh, I gotta wash these windows again, mate. I gotta wash them in 9 fucking seconds. I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I couldn't do it in 11 seconds.
Fuck,
My
big
money's
gun.
so cool.
The dog's
like, Jerry,
bullocks.
Yeah, exactly. This is an anus of hell. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We will be back next week with a brand new show, and who knows what else. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about one thing. I guess we can.
Well,
You want to talk about it, or you want to wait? Till
Yeah,
next
go
week?
ahead.
All right, real quick, because I just want to. This is a subject that's fresh in the news. I wanted to see what are you guys' opinion on the 100 people versus 1 ape debate.
What?
Have you seen this
That
app?
ape was toast.
I know Fred's
Yeah.
seen it. So,
Oh,
Alan, there's
yeah,
a big thing
yeah,
going
the-
on online. People are saying, could 100 people, if they were dedicated,
Right.
kill or like beat an ape in battle?
Well,
100
hand-to-hand
men.
combat.
Hand-to-hand combat, yes.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I think
gorilla-
so.
gorilla- no, is it a
100
monkey?
people, man. That's a lot of people.
Has a lot of
A
people.
gorilla,
I think,
it's a silverback.
Dude, man,
Silverback.
Silverback,
Right.
man. He'd just be,
but
he'd be
he's
breaking
No
ribs
doubt.
left and right.
Sure.
No doubt the first couple guys gonna get fucked up. But
You
like,
got. I mean, that's gonna happen.
it's 100 dudes.
But that's
you
the
know what I mean?
strategy.
No, but we're talking 100. Like,
Yeah.
what type of
You got
100
a
dude?
dog piling.
Just
No,
100
It's
random dudes.
man.
No.
100
I'd
random
say the silverback.
from every
Silverback.
walks of life.
I'd say the silver. I mean, the silverback has to compete against other silverbacks.
But it doesn't have to compete at 100 at one.
100,
Yeah,
Dude.
but he's not competing against.
I
100.
think our superior intellect
Mm-mm.
is what would eventually.
Nah, I think once
Because
the
I think
two arms
eventually we
come down,
overwhelm it.
dude. You mean
Yeah,
tell
but
me
how many
our
times
fists
can
are
it
gonna
do that?
unless you send in Rocky Balboa,
dude,
Arnold
you just send it-
Schwarzenegger, the
You send
Predator
so
guy.
many people at him that he can't kill them all.
yeah.
He'll take- He'll tear a couple humans apart and get their
Sure.
arms and beat the shit out of all the other ones.
Yeah, but then he's gonna get tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think, dude. It's pretty tiring to kill
We're
100.
sending
He's gonna get
sending
tired.
waves.
He's
You're
gonna
sending
get
waves.
tired. Well, yeah, send them in waves, but if you send them all at one time, you know, by the time he gets to the last 20 guys and he gets tired,
Yeah.
he's still gonna take them
We
out.
send them 25 at a time.
You know,
No, I think they can take them.
Now, if you send 100 Mike
that's my-
Tysons in their prime,
No, I think
Yes.
100 dudes. I think 100. I think if you're looking at a cross section of humanity,
no.
100 adults, you would have
Yeah.
enough that are like strong, enough that are
Nah,
capable, and yeah, I think we can do
I
it.
mean, you've been to the zoo. You see one of them silverbacks.
Yeah,
how they
I've been to the zoo.
dude, when they walk, you can hear the good-dum,
Sure.
good-dum. When they're walking.
When I see them, they digging in their butt.
Yeah, dude, they're just throwing
Yeah.
shit at people.
Yeah, you'd probably be like, skit,
Ah,
skit,
slap.
skit.
100 dudes can do that.
Yeah, 100 dudes can do
Slap the shit out their grill.
Imagine that. Imagine us all throwing shit at the monkey at the same time. See him do. What do you think about that? 'Cause I bet no one's ever had that.
It's so fucking nasty.
It's like, all right, guys, let's try our first strategy. Cover him in shit.
Have you seen that video? The
So
wheelchair.
nasty.
The old lady that's in the wheelchair at the zoo, and the monkey throws the shit and hits her in the face.
Yes,
Oh,
I have seen that. It is great. That's what it's all about.
That's what the internet's for.
Grandma, no.
Right. So there you go.
Right.
Well, I think, like I said, for the record, I think we could take it. However, that being said, I would prefer not to be one of the first 10 or 20 people to tank.
I prefer not to be
I'm going
none of them,
last.
man.
What are you talking about? I am 100.
You're like, sorry guys, I'm the brains here, guys. I can't.
Yeah. I'm
You're
keeping
like-
from running away.
When the 99th one is killed, you're like, let's strike a deal, Mr. Ape.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Good
You're
job.
like, hey. I know what it feels like to be.
Let's take this show on the road, man.
Right. That's right.
Don't
Well, yeah,
kill
me and man and ape as one. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get out of here, and we will see you next week with a brand new episode of the BLC podcast. Thanks for listening, and good night.
And good night. I'll see you later.
BLC, my voice getting low.